We are live.
This is the Conference Committee on H.790, the Budget Adjustment Act of 2026. And it's our third meeting, and we have some new language from the House conferees.
Yep, so I think we're just down to, I think we're just down to this because we gave you the payment reform, and we'll just need to see if that you were okay with that. And then this is the housing assistance, and we met with, a few of us met with the administration and others while we were on break. So we actually have a revised version that you have in front of you. It's timestamped 10:06 a.m. With the highlights, changes. Some of them were there before, but some of them were not. So that
the bolded ones are the new ones, right?
That's right. Bolded, highlighted ones are the new ones. So we wanted to clarify that that the Section 8 housing vouchers would otherwise be lost as a result of federal action, just making it more generic. And then we are already talked about B, the housing authority and prior written approval. And then what we are asking in Section D, starting on line 20, that we want the housing authorities to submit the report on the financial need, but we also are putting the burden on them to include evidence that the request reforms to applicable HUD requirements and is a necessary and proper expense. So that was originally, we were asking DCF to do that, but they aren't the experts. The housing authorities are the experts. So it seemed to make sense to move that up there. On or before May 1st, DCF in consultation with Department of Housing and Community Development, and there will be other people that will be helping. We may have our very own James Duffy supporting them. There's James and others who have some, developed some expertise over the course of this last year, maybe supporting them. And so we also clarified that the guidelines that DCF needs to create must ensure that the funds are distributed based on need. I thought we were going to equitably, but based on need. So it could be proportional, or whatever. So those were the key changes, the ones that are in bold.
Okay.
I talked to Sarah Clark, from the secretary from the administration. They were concerned about the May 1st deadline for DCF because they're also working on the shelter initiative, same people. And so what we agreed on was that we're going to keep the May 1st, and if we need to change that date, we have Section C in the budget itself where we can change the date if for some reason. But this will keep the sort of pressure on to make sure that we're moving forward, because we want to have this done before we adjourn.
Yeah.
So
smart.
Waiting till May 15th could be too late, and we really want to understand all that ahead of time.
Let's hope.
And if there are any other changes that we would have to make, we always have the budget and the Section C of the budget.
So, so if we don't have written approval from HUD, by the time the budget comes out, we could always change this.
Yeah, absolutely. But getting this in the BAA is important because it helps the housing authorities and signals to them that we're serious and that they can start to make some plans knowing that this is what's happening.
And even without the written approval, they can use some of the money that's
right.
B1
exactly
to prevent the retirement
yes.
of a voucher.
Right.
My only worry has been that HUD right now is paralyzed to move.
Yeah, which will be a problem no matter what we do.
But they're paralyzed to move.
Yeah. Well, the first thing we're going to want to see is they've been told the amount, but the housing authorities have told us that they're going to actually get the funding in March.
Well, I'm okay with this language. Are you?
I'm okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay, so
The
we'll accept
explanation
that.
is helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for your work on that. So
Thanks to JFO.
row 13 is closed out.
Yes.
I don't think we needed more time with the housing assistance, but the dates that you did, but we're also okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a problem. So
The payment reform
yeah.
is the other piece. That was okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That was 13. Both 13 and 12. And then
Right.
16 we don't need anymore. Do we need that section?
I don't know anything about that section.
What's that?
This is to add 9.5 global commitment for one-time payment reform?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the spending authority.
Spending.
Okay, so if we agree on the language, then we agree on the spending authority? That's kind of how it works. Okay. All right,
It ought to follow.
I think we've checked off all our boxes.
Then there was some discussion, I don't know, Emily, if you had further discussion with the Secretary of the Senate about whether this be a conference report or instances of amendment. Did you hear about this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and I believe that it's still sort of a conference report, but it's not a strike all.
Okay.
Maybe somebody else can
Yeah.
explain that.
Yes, that's correct. So a video conference report.
So
But instead of a strike all, it's gonna be,
instances.
we
of
have
amendment.
to accede or something,
Right.
some funny verb.
Right.
And then there'll be 5 instances of amendment or 6 or however many
Right.
instances of amendment.
Right. Specify that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's look at it
That's the last thing we have to do.
because we could sign it.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 Do you want to? Oh, good. I'm good ahead of the conference.
And you can sit up there, ready to explain it.
Okay.
Move that chair up.
Good evening, Nixon JFO. So yes, this is the committee's conference report. It has 6 instances of amendment. So you'll see the lead-in language states that the committee of conference respectfully reports that it has met and considered the same and recommends that the House accede to the Senate proposal of amendment and that the Senate proposal of amendment be further amended as follows. In the first instance of amendment, this is a change to the numbers section. This is just reflecting that Meals on Wheels reduction. The second instance of amendment is the totals for human services. So again, that's just reflecting the Meals on Wheels reduction. Just the 2 sections need to change to reflect that. The third instance of amendment is reflecting the change to the Vermonters Feeding Vermonters appropriation increase. So you'll see the number is increasing from 860,000 to 885,000. The fourth instance of amendment is the housing assistance language that the committee just accepted. On page 5, the 5th instance of amendment is the disabilities services payment reform language that the committee accepted. And on page 8 toward the bottom, or page 7 toward the bottom and continuing on page 8, the 6th instance of amendment is just reflecting the Meals on Wheels change in that language section. So you'll see now says 55,000.
What about the 9.5 million? We don't have to do
There's
anything
no
about that.
change needed for that.
Okay. Okay.
So on these, the food bank and so like the Senate position wasn't 500,000. So this changes. We don't need to show on this instance of amendment. We're still amending the
Senate.
Act 27. So we
Correct.
keep with that. We don't mention what the Senate did.
Correct.
Makes the floor report easier.
Yeah. And it's a very slimmer document.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I assume that it's as still a conference report, they can only be voted up and down. There's no possibility of.
Correct. They can't vote sideways or anything like that.
Or two, they
make
can,
amendment.
they can.
Make
Exactly.
further
Yeah.
amendment.
JFO checked with both Bloomer and Betsy Ann
Okay.
about that, so the 2 clerks have
Okay.
agreed. That's the
So you
case.
have whatever we call that document?
The signature
Signature page?
page, yes.
We sign it in order. What order do we sign
I
it?
think you do it and then I do it and then we go around. I think it doesn't matter.
I knew there was an order. I
There is
didn't
some order.
follow
Gotta be some
tradition.
protocol somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, everything will fall apart if we don't go in order.
All right, I'll pass it to you. So we don't actually have to vote, we just vote with our signatures?
I guess so.
I don't know.
No, we have to sign.
We just have to
That's it.
sign. Okay.
Signing is voting. Like if you don't sign it, you're voting no.
to get back in shape for committees of conference. This is a good ease in.
Yeah.
I go first or second? I have no stake in that, in the toss a coin.
This allows Tiff to do a big John Hancock signature to make it.
Yeah, there you go. And that goes back with what Andrew has. And then we get to shake.
And do we,
Who shake?
Who shake?
How do we do this?
Come on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
thank you. Good work.
Negotiation.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Good work.